Hello, my name is Jordan and welcome to your onboarding meeting with me. And today I'm representing Arcane Media for your social media onboarding system. I'm glad and I'm grateful for you giving me this opportunity right now because I can't get enough how appreciative that I'm able to present this powerful presentation that we have developed towards any business owner with the most ordinary and extraordinary viral reels with short form video for personal branding. As you see, when it comes to personal branding, we are not here to teach any other theory, but instead we execute a system where we use to grow multiple accounts for clients, for our own company, and for the people around us as well, from 0 to 100 to 1,000 easily, including our own personal business pages. All right. But the client's account that we have, for example, with fitness and business and nutrition and beauty, is the same thing. We're still utilizing the same personal growth talking head strategy to grow any brand. But there's three levels when it comes to the growth branding strategy that we have developed. So with this three level, you're able to allow us to identify in the most easiest way to explain to any type of business owner to put them into the right category from beginner to advanced into expert. So as you see, beginner, if you have a business or not have a business, level one is 0 to 1,000 followers. And then level two is 1,000 to 10,000 followers. But lastly, level three. So even though you have an existing account or you social media, but you are lack of viral real content, which that is the only 1% people can do, which our agency has that. And that's the reason why we're on this onboarding meeting today. Because if you see other people out there, they just simply giving basic marketing advices or even advertisement. But with this, it able to shortcut in the fastest way to put you into the 1% and skip the 99% immediately with short form viral video only. So level three is 10,000 to 100,000 followers. So those are the three criteria of level where we identify. Level one, let's begin. So when it comes to your personal branding, we tell every client that is considering is building a house where there's three layer of foundation and the next is interior and the next is exterior. So your foundation, this is like related to your brand and business, right? But I'm putting in a house analogy so our client can be easy understanding how important see that if you lack of one of this element, then it will collapse because without any of these three together, you will not create a personal brand. So the foundation is such as your niche, your sub niche, or what you actually post about. But secondly, your interior, which is your personal element, your educational content, your stories, and your authority content, and the exteriors, which is your branding, what everybody see first. For example, if you go to any social media that are having marketing agency behind them, because you see that they're running advertisement, right? So from there, you can see what they do and if a brand that actually attracts you, which means that they're using viral personal branding reels. You don't see any other brands with just simply with a picture or video because those are outdated, but this is not. So that's why with all three of this branding system, you have to be filming a video, most importantly, to get anything to work. The sub niche, you must know what to do when it comes to picking your niche. If you don't know what to do, then don't worry. Our social media manager and our onboarding manager will guide you, such like what we're doing right now. As you see, there's niches such as fitness, business, nutrition, sales, beauty, fashion, and etc. But from there, let me explain what the sub niche is. The sub niche is anything that related to the category that is such as lifting, cardio, protein, nutrition, sleep, or six pack. So from those sub niches, it will provide more attraction when it comes to creating different content in order to attract the audience into your main niche. That's the most important. For example, The three content pillars that we tell our client is first is educational content, second is storytelling content, third is authority content. But if you don't understand about personal branding, which is what we're talking about, which is the top 1% of marketing agency can do, just simply by putting into three layers, you are able to produce content in the most correct way, in the most sufficient way without reducing the time needed and the investment of unnecessary costs versus other people. So educational content, the reason why that's so important because it allows you to share your own knowledge, such as tips and your expertise with your audience. But with the storytelling content, it allow your brand to share your personal experiences, let's say before and after, or your business stories from transformation, or maybe such as your wins and then your losses, because people wanted to see the founder's story, not just selling to them. Most importantly, authority content is about what did you do and what made you create the business and what happened. And then let's say your client giving you a review or testimonial, anything like that, you stack them together and that consider as more conversion ratio of adding additional content towards your sales reels. So therefore, there's three types of content pillar. We're gonna help you how to identify them. Don't you worry. Level one, your branding, your exterior. I want to talk about why your exterior is so important. The reason to that, because if you see any other brand out there, usually they have only three colors instead of any color that is scattered. More likely people are attracted to the visual. As you see, if we don't have this powerful presentation with visual implemented, then we're not able to allow us to explain to you guys more in a constructed and structured way. So we are on the same page. Visualizing is very important. So when it comes to any of your brand, you must choose three color. As you see, there's color ratio graph indicated. So our social media manager will help you to choose what type of color that fits your brand. For example, if you have beauty brand, maybe go more like pink, purple, something that's more smoothing, something that's more likable, something that's more easy. When people see it, they love it. Next is about choosing your font. The font is so important because if you didn't know, when it comes to editing, our editor has more than 10,000 fonts. But if you don't pick the font for your brand that suits your theme, then that means your font will be scattered around and people doesn't even know what message you're trying to deliver. The fonts that you choose meaning is a message of people recognize your brand. So important. Next is your visual asset. So did you know that we tell our clients in the beginning with this shocking facts and it blew their mind every time. Wonder what we tell them? This. So besides talking video with your personal branding, I know that seems overwhelming. But if you can provide six types, such as screenshot, screen recording, B-rolls, images, PNG, and graphs, we're able to actually add into the talking video or something with your branding video. Maybe sometimes you could be thinking that you want to relax, take a day, you don't want to shoot any content. Great. Which we will provide a Google folder for you to extract the videos from the additional content in order to upgrade your brand in the most extraordinary way with this 6 visual asset system. And that's just the beginning. But optimizing your profile is a crucial point. Have you seen any other companies that when you look at their profile page, let's say the bio or the link tree, any information, you don't even know what you're looking for because they don't know the importance of optimizing your profile. For example, if people wanted to see who you are, of course you wanted to put your own picture into the brand, right? But with the type of picture, you have to do it more like professionally, maybe a portrait picture, maybe you wearing a suit, wearing something professional that represent your brand in the most beautiful headshot in the profile picture. So from there, that's the first thing they see is the profile picture before the bio. And thirdly is the link. Importance of your profile is crucial when it comes to people wanting to convert or not convert, because this is kind of like the basic. If you don't know your first punch of your basic, which is optimizing your profile, then why would people buy anything from you? As you see, the link tree, if you didn't know, the wrong link tree is the wrong way because it provided the wrong option. It actually kills your conversion ratio. But if you have the right link tree, that one single link tree, people can land with exactly where to go. If you have a beauty business, people will know exactly where to book. If you have a restaurant, people know exactly where to reserve the table. If you have any type of company out there, people know exactly where to sign up. But if you have a bad link tree, then something changes. Wanna know what changes? People will start getting confused. You don't want your customer to be confused, right? But if you have the right link tree, your phone name and your business and your website will be directed into automated to collect information from sign up, even into automation when it comes to sales. Secondly, having a right tagline and a profile picture, as I mentioned before, is really important. If you have the wrong tagline, you're basically saying just your name and nothing else. There's no ingredient. But if you have the right tagline, which is your name, what you do, the description of your business, the promotion that you have, anything. If people search the right tagline, saying that if you own a restaurant, right, let's say in your country, what food do you have? And then people search that. The first thing they search is to see what type of food you have, what type of restaurant that you own. Does that make sense? Right? But if you have the wrong profile picture, sometimes, trust me, people will get the wrong idea because nowadays it's 2026. What type of company will not even have the right profile picture? This is actually laughable. If you're a business owner, think about this. If your profile photo doesn't represent the brand or even having the right logo, if you don't have a photo, put at least a logo, the right logo. That changes because it represents the front door, the front sign of your business. So why don't you do that? This is really important, but don't worry, we're going to be handling that for you. When it comes to your bio, if you have the wrong bio, it becomes a little bit messy. There's absolutely no structure, no meaning behind it. So the bio represents strategies. Every time we always help our clients to have the most extraordinary bio so people have a clear message. They know where they're getting at. So if people look at it, they don't even know what you do, then how can you promote or represent your own company or sell anything, right? So the right bio, instead, it follows 4-line framework. So any stranger, even though they see it, they immediately know exactly what you do and who you are within the first 5 seconds when it comes to landing your profile. Nowadays is way different than back then, because back then it's about website, Google, anything like that. But right now, it's about social media. And that's why we're talking in this onboarding system, because you understand that if you go to any profile, the Instagram or Facebook, anything, right? You go to the bio, you go to the profile, and you want to see what they do immediately. But if the first 5 seconds it doesn't make sense, you leave right away because people have lack of attention span. So next, when it comes to social media, did you know that it requires the differences of easy posting, moderate posting, or hard posting? Let me explain what that means. So usually, if you don't post at least 3 times a week, more likely you're not going to be scaling because every single platform requires optimization. Optimization is the key. So moderate social media schedule posting is 5 posts a week. So from that, then no matter what, let me ask you a question. So imagine if you have a company, right? So if you see people, if your clients see you posting 5 times a week, not just 3 times, but 5 times a week, isn't it better than 3 times? So more likely people see you posting more, but the video has to be effective, has to have ingredient behind it. It's like cooking. So remember earlier I mentioned about house, but when it comes to posting, it's like cooking. You put in different ingredient, the more ingredient you put in, the more they know that it is a gourmet meal. That's what I'm trying to say. You want to become a gourmet meal by having more ingredients. So the more that you post regularly, the better the posts are, the more likely would guarantee, well, what know what guarantees? Guarantee of at least 50% conversion ratio automatically. So the hard level is 7 posts a week, as you see that, right? Next. But if you don't know how to act, how to script, how to do, most importantly, marketing, because if we are here talking like this, we don't understand about marketing with advertisement, social media, all this 100 different things, but I just only mentioned 3. So if we didn't understand all that, we're not able to create any short form reel. Do you think that people can blow up that easily? No. Either they pay their professional company just like us, or they learned it with years of effort. But if you're a business owner, let me tell you this, our clients are so happy to work with us. The reason to that, because if you're a business owner, we want you to don't think that much, because your worry is to how to get more money. Let us handle the work. We will become your director. Most importantly, we will help you with scripting, directing you what to do, training you into acting. If you don't know acting, or you lack of those two, as I mentioned before, then you don't know the main ingredient of this gourmet meal, which I mentioned is the short form viral reels that we're building. So every short, consistent, or 7 factor, nail it all 7. So every single time, such as your script has to be consistently performing, has to be effective. Number 1, like your topic, your hooks, your value, your script angles, and your CTA, your video format, your editing style. Let me tell you the differences. Even though you know everything else, but if your editing is bad, then no matter what, it will not scale. So the key secret of our company is we have one of the most best editor in the world, no matter what. If you don't like this editor, we have different editor. You can see which style of editor that you wanted to choose that fit with your brand. Factor number 1, which is your topics. You have to choose your video topics for any type of personal branding or short form video. Let me give you an example. As you see, this example over here, there is visual hook, written hook. If you didn't know that, then this is like rocket science. I know I'm blowing your mind, but this is necessary. And if you don't know what your best dollar putting at, then that means this is something that you don't know that you need it. But if it makes sense to you, just the beginning, that you know that this rocket science is required for your company to become successful. And this is the stage from point A to point B. So let's go back. The hooks. When it comes to verbal hooks, the first 3 seconds when you say something, any social media, they lack of attention. So the first 3 seconds has to capture people's attention. If you don't know what to say, you need a training. But don't worry, we're going to be training you what to do. So I'll give you an example. So verbal hook, like, oh, this is a restaurant that you should come to because we have the best food. See, that's first 4 seconds, right? And then there's a verbal hook. So no matter what, it has to capture people's attention right away in the first few seconds, especially when it comes to online video. It's not talking, it's a video. So secondly, the visual hook. When people see a lot of beautiful visual popping up here and there, fancy visual, you have to have fancy visual. And that's what we have, because without fancy visual, then how can people know that you're professional or your brand is professional, right? So most important, as I mentioned before, our editor is extraordinary because their style is something that you have to see it yourself. Thirdly, the written hook. When people read your text box, let's say if you have any video, right, you notice that there's a huge hook with the text box. So the text box, it actually captures the attention. If you don't have that text box, people doesn't know what to read, and then they skip the video right away. So the third thing, like what I said, the written hook is so important because it helps you from a video that may be getting a couple hundred views into a video that actually get you 1,000,000 views, because the written hook is that important. Yes. Next, I want to be explaining what an outline hook is. If you see other social media content creator, even any business, if you go to the top page right there, the first session you see a million views. So those are outline hooks. So what we do is we wanted to never copy them, but instead do research for you. Our social media manager is going to do hours of research, like at least over 12 hours research in order to find the most performing outliner reels in order to making sure we guarantee that your brand, the first video before the 30th video is going to look extraordinary because every single video is customized and laid out with structure of outliners. Think about like a movie. If you see a trailer of the movie, no matter what, you wanted to watch a movie. But without the trailer of the movie, how would you know which actor are in it? Right? So outline hooks from video from small to mid creator that drastically outperform their regular content. With the 5x rule, what we do is with this 5x rule, we go from a video that counts as a viral outliner when it gets 5x off the video, like a million view, as I mentioned before, I'll create a normal following. If it went viral once, then no matter what, it will go viral again. And that's what we help you with is viral short form reels, of course. So that's why if you go in any other agency out there, they're just giving you a picture and an ad, that's it. But for us, we're turning you into the business owner that you wanted inside your dream, where you didn't know you're capable of, but today you will. So once we find the viral outline hook for the business, right? This is three things what we do. Number one is we do creator research. We search the topics on Explore page, find creators just like the niche that you're in, and from that we pull the most viral reel. As I mentioned, we spend so much time as social media manager in order to stack into the folder to making sure that every video it is have a sales focus. That's the key differences. If your video doesn't create a personal brand or sales focus, people doesn't able to deliver the message correctly. But second of all, most importantly, you know that if people search with the keyword, they search your topic directly in the reels. Usually, if people are able to save your reels with educational content, then it 5x's your scaling point. So if 5x's a lot of different metrics because you want to build different type of reels. Remember what I mentioned before? There's authority, there's education, and there's story reels, right? So with different type of reels, it actually helps people to save the video in the different way that they remember your brand and you the company that they go to, most importantly. And number three, reels recommendation. So sometimes do you ever see restaurant that it telling you that if you share this video towards your friends, maybe you get some type of coupon or promotional or some type of incentive. So Reels recommendation is crucial. So even though people sharing it towards others, if you can create that effect, which we can help you with, then no matter what, it's like any single content you created, you take 10 hours of your time, more likely 99% is sink into the bottom of the ocean. But with us, it will actually surface on the top like a hidden gem because we understand the algorithm really well. We understand with our experiences, we understand in the most engineered level, even with AI, the most advanced as well, with the top 1% company that understand AI because we're the best user. So from that, we will find the best hoax and the best content and the best viral reel development that's suited and tailored towards your company only. And every time, it's not going to be a miss. It's going to be a sure win. Because we do research. That's the key differences. Other people, they don't do research. We do. So let me give you a real outliner hook example. So outliner, as you see, those reels on the left side are performing way better. And then the reels on the right side are performing less. So if you see the reels or the video that performing like a million views, then those are the outliner because they're doing something right. That's what we're going to be focusing on is something that's right instead of something that's wrong. Outline is very important. So the next thing is about the value factor. If you have a good social media, right, then people are able to understand the value. What type of value? For as you see, if you're able to provide value, let's say people know that They come to your business, they gonna get a transformation from beauty, from this to that, or maybe they come to your restaurant, they can have some type of food where they're really satisfied. So the value is really important. But when it comes to social media, it's crucial that if people see the video in the correct way before even calling you or before even going to the restaurant, it's sold them already. Because if you don't provide the value in the right way, then that means basically people doesn't even want to pay attention to your company. I'll give you like an example, right? So the value is if you're going to this beauty salon and then get your nails done, and then after you get your nails done, the client's really happy. So, but in order to go there, you might receive a coupon of this company running a promotion. So that's a value. If people doesn't see a value in order to get them to trigger psychologically that your brand is something that they want, even promoting anything, then it doesn't make sense. Any video that you see has value. So as you see, if you are trying to find some type of a value when it comes to your business, you need a script. A script is important, but besides the script is the content that add into the script that makes sense with the perfect picture and the story. Do you realize that most of the time there's at least couple cut scenes of people layer the video with every few seconds there's different things coming, right? The reason to that because people likes brands that able to show them throughout everything how the procedure, how the company is through the content that they watch. That's why social media has changed the whole game. If you look at any other brand, if the content is not interesting, then more likely they just any regular businesses. But if the regular business all of a sudden, right, the content is way more interesting than before, then that means they upgraded. Of course, there can be more customers, right? So that's why social media is really important. So I'm going to be showing you what is the measurable value when it comes to in action. So give me an example. Um, Fitness creator Jeff Napier consistently deliver hyper-specific measurable value. How? He break down a study, compare his calf rises in variations. He shares a full day of eating under for just $8. See, that's a hook. You see that? That was a hook. That was a good one. And then he give 5 steps to improve your max dead hang time. So he's providing educational content for people to see he's a professional. And then rank training split from his own experiences. So from that, people understand that he's the go-to person. From that personal branding, which is the go-to person. That's why Jeff Napier is very, very good when it comes to his marketing. Of course, because he has a team behind him. Yes. So you have to be using your own knowledge and experiences whenever it's possible. But you cannot just copy people. What will help you to do is to identify what's working and extract the information to make it yours to get a proven of guarantee without missing any single structure or anything, right? So this is a 7 script angle that will help with clients to do. So for example, first, number one, the topic can be 7 different videos by changing the angle. Did you know that if you shoot any content, you can change something like that? I'll give you an example right now, okay? Number 1, tutorial. Number 2, comparison. Number 3, mythbuster. Number 4, do's and don't. Number 5, educational tip. Number 6, transformation. Number 7, challenges. So if you don't know too much about content creation, don't worry because a lot of business owners, this is one of like the most craziest thing they ever heard. What I'm about to explain to you is going to blow your mind, but pay attention. All right, ready? So as a director point of view, we understand that there's over 100 angles, 100 different frames, and 100 different metrics. It's like art when it comes to camera, lenses, or even any angle in order to create any movie. So if you're thinking that the brands that you have from before, maybe any other marketing agency, they understand this, then this will not be the top 1%. So what it is if you don't understand the director level, which we understand, any video has over a couple different camera angle, right? So that's only 7 angle. Okay, you can do the same structure or the same video, but you have 7 different angles with seven different structure. So you can basically repurpose or reuse it or re-edit in different way. Remember. So if you're shooting video every single day with personal, with your talking head, with anything you do, that's crazy. We're not telling you to do that. But we have a way in order to give you a constructed plan, do a research, but direct you in the most simplest way to explain to you just like this, where you don't need to understand too complicated things, but just follow our instruction because we're script with angle, with editing, with everything provided to you, right? And from there, no matter what, your first video is going to be extraordinary. Even your 7th video, don't you worry. So when it comes to tutorial videos, do you see the angle? Those angle is called top-down angle. When it comes to food, top-down angle. When it comes to maybe fixing a tire, it's going to be an angle from at least lower angle, right? Well, on the third example right there, that's like side angle. Like I said, if I explain about 100 different angles, that's gonna be too much. And also there's compositions and different things, camera, lenses, color grading and such. But as you see, that's the tutorial angle. The first one using top down, third one using on the side, seems like he's talking to a best friend. Those are viral video angles, all right? Next. Comparison angle. As you see, that's a hero shot of the first one. Comparison angle. That girl is comparing something. Second, in the middle video, that's a far medium shot of tutorial angle, but from medium shot. But it has to be directly talking to the audience. Seems like it's talking to a best friend directly. So that's a good tutorial video. So you see there's different length and there's different variations. Look at the third one. That is more called the close-up angle. This is comparison to the example I'm showing you, but it's angles. I'm talking about angles. Angles are really important because if you don't understand about filming or content and stuff, this is like the most extreme art that you'll be learning for your company. But don't worry. Third, mythbuster angle, common mistakes. You see that? There's 3 examples again. First one, that's called the green screen. Second one is called the pattern interrupt, opening the door, opening the slide. It's like a doing something hook. And then number 3 is a tutorial hook again, but explaining to you directly. But you see there's a text hook at the top, right? On the third one? Yes. So that's a mythbuster example. We're moving to the next one. The do's and don't, right and wrong. So some people, they really like to do more harder level editing. As you advance, remember I told you in the beginning, there's basic, advanced, and expert level. So in the expert level, you're able to duplicate yourself with more harder editing. But in the beginning, don't do that. Just go with basic. Okay. Yeah. Harder editing and the harder script, it makes you become an expert level actor. That's when you can do better videos. So remember this, you're training yourself not just as a business owner, you are basically branding yourself. People are able to see your history, your legacy, and they follow who you are because of your company and you build that, right? In the middle one, that's a gym tutorial video. Again, with a 2-person in it. That's more advanced and that's more expert because you can have different friends helping you at the same time, all right? And the third one, that is a makeup tutorial video, and that's a close-up as well. Maybe you can have client testimonial or maybe reviews before and after, something like that. Okay, we're moving to the next one. Transformation angle. So you see that? There's different ways where we shoot the video. You can have different insert of the box. Consider like a carousel. You can have a video up there, picture down there. So people are able to see the transformation. You can have screenshot, as I mentioned, and also B-rolls and anything in order to add into your additional video to create more sales-focused attraction. As you see in the middle video right there, she's inserting a B-roll, which is another clip to create more conversion and people understand way more. And the third one, which is more like a coaching video, maybe with sales. So this talking directly to student, like, so from that, you have to be learning something more formal and the way you act, the way you speak with your tonality, the way you perform on camera. That's a huge difference because from this, you start understanding how to act as well. Number seven, the challenge angle. So you shoot a video where on your daily life, what you're doing, maybe you wake up in the morning, going for a coffee, and then be going to your shop before you're helping a client, before you pick up a phone call, you can shoot what you do on daily basis. So people get to see and they get to connect and know your life even more. Or in the middle video, as you see, it tells the people that, hey, my teacher told me this before, but then right now I have a different perspective. So you can have a different perspective in order to challenge the viewers into knowing that your brand or your company is something that they're looking for. Because let me give you an example. If you have a beauty business, right? It's like, oh, my teacher told me that doing this is bad for my health, it's bad for my face. But then right now I found a solution. So you see, that's a hook, right? So the solution is, and then you explain your niche, whatever it is, and the solution is to help the client in the way of your services, right? So number three, you can shoot a video even though outdoor. You can be walking outside or anything related to nature. If there's more background, there's more nature, better it is because people want to see the nature. That's how the algorithm is going for. So the more things happening in the back, the better it is. You can show a video when even events, when there's party, even though if you were with your friends, a video that people are able to see what you do when the other people involved with you with your brand. Because people wanted to see other people as well, not just you. You can show your friends, your dog, your customer, anything, but have multiple people coming in because you want to shoot something that people know that your brand and your customer are happy to go to. So with storytelling, reels, and educational script templates, this is a template what we provided to you. So you can, there's template like my story is this, and there's about me before and after, the breakthrough, the goal, the challenges, the educational tips, the myth template, the viral reel reaction, a step-by-step template, authority template, common mistakes. So there's hundreds of different templates. No matter what, as you see from this, you can zoom in if you want. We're the expert when it comes to creating viral script because without any right direction of the script, you're not able to have the right idea. Like I said, we don't copy from other people. Instead, we extract the right information to make it suit and tailor towards your business, but making sure it blows up every time, or at least it sells focused, we guarantee. So the call action, this is factor number 5. So we're going to be helping you to choose whether you want to direct people to your business or anything by writing out your CTA. Here's how. As you see, this is a CTA template. So no matter what, we separate in 3 categories. So the 3 categories, it is, for example, your followers, your leads, and your engagement. So we help you identify which type of your message trying to be delivered. If you have a business, you're not going to be telling people to buy every single time when it comes to the messages in the end. So instead, even though if you're verbally trying to tell them to do something, but here's key difference. This is a CTA. Now you understand. So instead of verbally telling them, you create CTA to direct them with the message that they get something from doing that. What is it? They comment something to get this, they comment something to get that, they comment something to get the coupon, something like that. So the CTA template is an automation system where we help you to deliver the message of your brand structurally, not confusingly, to deliver the right message and provide the right direction in order for them to check out or to book with your business or to schedule with any type of sign up. Yes. As you see, everything is statistical. Even with automating your CTA with ManyChat, if you didn't know, the reason why we're the top 1% people that can do that, because this is more like programming system. Did you know that we're able to create system that you automatically people buy or purchase from your company? How? With ManyChat. So we have ManyChat experts that is in our team. From there, we're able to drive leads by using ManyChat. If people comment a keyword, the automation with DM system will provide a link for them to check out. For example, number 1, new automation system that with new trigger with user comment on your post or video. That's called the ManyChat funnel. Secondly, choosing all the posts and reel and just the new ones. Third, set the trigger word, because if people DM some type of word, remember I said there's 3 different verbals earlier, right? If people DM something, they can sign up for your book, sign up for something. If people DM this, they can get a coupon when to come to your store to use a coupon to get the food. So lastly, by adding your link, if you have a website, that's really important. But if you don't have a website, don't worry, we can go around it. So if you're able to provide a link, then that's when they're able to check out from your online page. That's how you create automation. So by adding that link and also having a conversion page, and you have social media, that 3 things will create automation with ManyChat, guaranteed. When it comes to the video format, you have a couple of things that we start training a business owner from basics, which is sitting down and talking can be kind of quite boring, but instead we have an analogy, a more engaging format that holds attention dramatically, increases watch time, even when it comes to boosting results. So it's the most effective format that we use, because other people, they can choose different type of marketing. We try everything else. We're able to do every single type of marketing services. But the most important that 1% are doing in this world, which we are doing, and we're helping our business owner as well, and now you are as well, is with talking head. So if you're able to talk, if you're able to see your voice, your visual, see the way you present yourself towards them, you create an actual interesting, high conversion emotion, people more connected to you. So a different type of videos, like I said, there's cloning, there's whiteboard, there's multi-question, green screen reaction. But don't worry, because this is just the beginning. So you might need to adjust the script, or we're going to be adjusting the script accordingly for you to choose a format that fit with your business with no worry. So as you see, this is more like talking back and forth video. So people can be talking back and forth. You can imitate different voices. Maybe you can talk to your friends. You can have talking back video, which equate more high engagement, because think about this. If you simply just talking to the camera, then how boring can you be? People doesn't want to just see you talking to the camera, right? You have to create high engagement with more entertainment. That's why you learn acting and talking, right? And personal branding, that's the most requirement, which is personal branding. So with personal branding, actually able to engage with the viewer. So people even see those 2 videos, they'll comment right away, because that's cool. That's interesting. If you look at your page, ask yourself this: is your page interesting, or is it boring? Now you know why social media marketing is important. Visualization. So visual, one of the most important things. So if you point up this text box, or there's certain B-roll, there's video on top of my head, that's more engaging, because versus if you're just talking, that pushes people away. If you're showing your pencil right now, that's a visual, right? I'm able to talk about what's in the pencil, how much I bought it for, what am I using this pencil. So visualization is one of the key ingredients to add into any of your talking video, or even with your social media video, because if people doesn't see visually, you are just talking. Don't do that, because that's boring as well. So the more visual, the more content that we have, the better we can add it together into more ingredient. Just like forming a burger, as I mentioned. Besides that, voiceover, very important. So you see there's a lot of video that only showing clips, B-rolls, and then there's voiceover attached accordingly. So you can be like, hey, I woke up in the morning, but you shoot 5 different content throughout your day. But at the end of the day, you shoot a 1-minute voiceover to tell people about what did within that day, but you have 5 different scenes. That's exactly what voiceover is. So you can add in your voiceover depending according to the scene of your brand, or maybe the storyline, or maybe the promotion that you have, or maybe your company's opening. We should choose your company, why you're so different. So if you're adding voiceover with clips together, more likely people are able to see different scenes without you needed to act too much. So there's different strategy. That's what I'm trying to say. All right. Next is multitasking. So if you are doing something, for example, if I'm talking to you using this pen while talking to you, right? And while doing this, so that's a hook. If you're multitasking while talking, people see that you're doing something, but more likely people doesn't know what you're doing, but you continue talking. So that changes the algorithm a lot, because sometimes, even though if you imagine cooking video, people want to see you talking and cooking. They don't want you just talk about cooking video. They want to see how you cook the video, cook the food, right? I want to see how you cook the food. That's multitasking. Yeah. So setting changes. So you could be going to a different location, different houses, going to a friend's house, going to doing anything to switch your location. So if you are just staying in the same location, that's kind of boring. For example, if you have a restaurant, you can switch from have a restaurant, you can switch to different location within the restaurant. Maybe you can switch to the bar, you can switch to the kitchen, you can switch to the dining session, you can switch to where customer. There's different section of any location that you can shoot your content with. But then if you're just shooting in one location, even though if you have a house, there's washroom, there's bedroom, there's balcony, there's kitchen, there's different things. If you shoot in one location versus what I mentioned with 5 different locations, then no matter what, that's boring. So your setting changes is crucial where you select it. But most importantly, we're going to be having the most professionalism and expertise to guide you with symmetrics and also with different type of artistic setting in order to turn you more like a Hollywood filming level type of content. If you don't understand about camera angle, don't worry. You don't understand about setting, don't worry. Don't understand about scripting, don't worry. We got you covered. Cloning video, this one's interesting. So sometimes I even use this on my own social media because you are creating another clone for yourself versus, for example, you can pretending you're the customer and another person is yourself, the business owner. So from that, you can answer back and forth. Then your customer or your clients or your audience know exactly what they're getting for, because you can reply back and forth. Imagine where you are right now watching this. There's 2 of you telling your customer that why your business is so different that they should go to you. But how? You're not going to be asking your friend, so you can clone yourself. Don't worry, this is one of the really fun techniques. Cloning yourself actually helped our clients to brought up at least 23% conversion ratio, because it's more fun, it's more interesting, and they also able to handle any type of rejection or any related to sales question and stuff, in order the client have more clarity to see what they're getting at. With any type of question, they answer and reply themselves from the business owner. Next one is whiteboard. Is you're able to, if you have a coaching business or even though you have any type of business, a whiteboard. Let me tell you what whiteboard this is. Go back to beauty company, all right? So how many surfaces you have within your beauty maybe 3, 5, something like that, right? So imagine you have a whiteboard and then you have 3 sticky notes. And then you written the service and the prices underneath the sticky note. And when you speak, you take off the sticky note. So from there, you only have to say 3 scripts. But people able to see on a whiteboard how much you charge with your service, and you're able to speak fluently why you're the expert. So other people are not doing that. Remember, this is more expert level. If you're doing things just basic, and then if you're doing things advanced, but later on, expert level is something that turn you into 1% with guarantee. But gradually, you have to advance to that. You see what I mean? So that's why only the top 1% of marketing agency can do something like this. You have to learn like filming, director, marketing, sales, everything, even social media editing. And then due to that point, we create the most revolutionary system. So let's continue. So next is the 1% of multi Q&A. You can act and in the most humorous way. Sometimes you can create funny video in order to attract clients. If you feel like your brand is a little bit boring, sometimes I want you to pump up with a motivational video or funny video, create some humor. So you can actually deliver the message with social media from the viral reels that you created with your personal brand, because they see you so often every single day, right? They see your face every single day with personal branding. So from that, you can actually create the effect of lighten your clients up, lighten their mood, motivate them, or maybe sometimes you can show a video where, hey, the next person that answered this question, I'm going to give them a 20% off for the next facial, for the next eyebrow, for the next something. So from that, you could actually create engagement for people to answer questions, or maybe people can ask questions within your one person multi Q&A viral reel structure that we have. This is more advanced, okay? One, it is green screen. As you see, green screen, you can talk about any current topic that's happening, even with you have a beauty business, like so you can talk about, oh, I think about this. The reason why I think about this can help is currently trending because of this. So maybe summertime, for example, let's say in the summertime, every girl should get their eyebrow done. The reason to that because all celebrity are doing it, such as Kim Kardashian. That's a good example, right? So another green screen could be like if you haven't get your eyebrow done for a long period of time, um pay attention because I'm only giving out 3% with 30% off uh, towards the next session for those that actually comment below, say session, something like that. Next, yeah, so the third one is you can be discussing about the current topic of what's happening, what is viral, what's happening already, and so you can give your professional advice so people know that you're expert. How? You're not gonna create a video or maybe talk about the news like that or talk about any type of services. Instead, you can find a video of a service that related to your niche and you can speak towards it and saying your opinion why you think yours is better. That's the green screen. Next, reaction video. This one's really good. So anything trending, there's some successful content creator that have very good reaction. Let me give you an example. Have you seen reaction video all the time where people just seem like, oh, like the video out of nowhere, they're shocked. They don't even talk. You don't even need to talk. You're just reacting and they put a text box on it. So you can have certain reaction video subject that you have in your sub niche that people know that, oh, in your opinion, what do you think about that? Or maybe in your different perspective versus that perspective. That's a comparison of reaction. So if you disagree what this person say, then your reaction will be different and that's your message. You can do it like that too. Sorry everyone, I know that the video could be really long, but I know that deep down you want to know the amount that you're spending every single month because this is not a small amount. When in fact, it's actually quite large. You want to know what you're spending on, so that's why it's worth it watching this whole video or how this presentation is going to with our senior onboarding manager with you so we have a clear understanding. All right, so let's continue. The editing style. The editing style is really important. The reason to that because if you realize any other company out there, they have really good editing. So with good editors is one of the most modern art in order to build any brand. If you have a good editor, let's say we have so many editors right now because we're lucky we have our university, right? Put it our editors from worldwide. So from there, you're able to change your brand immediately from just few click away, only if they know what they're doing. For example, this is what our editor does. Will help you to identify 3-color system. For example, with a script, right? In there, let me show you the script. So black, red, and green. So what black means is the script is exactly what you needed to say as a business owner. You say the script sentence by sentence. We're going to be teaching you how. But the red text is the visual that we're going to be adding online. The visualization that you perform, such as the action, maybe like there's something, right? And the green text is our editor is going to edit in the instruction, how we direct them from our social media manager, and you will come up with the ideas and this and that together to perform the reels that the editor will have the clear understanding what they need to add onto the video. That's the key differences because this is the most crucial factor in order to build any video or speciality. So if you don't see how we will do it with the script, then I'm going to be showing you right now. Here you go. So this is a script. You see that with the red part, it is the action that have to be performed. The black part is what you say verbally. And the green part is where the editor is going to come in to edit according to the scenario of the video that we have constructed or directed you to make. So one key difference is between us and other company, they want you to get a better camera, maybe hire them for shooting a lot of photograph, video. You don't need anything like that. Our company actually help you reduce a significant that you only need to buy a tripod. That's only $15 guarantee. So with just $15, you actually saving 30 to $10,000 or even a lot of money, because our specialty is to reduce your cost by telling you that those company, they want to charge you more because of photography, videography, but with us, it's only short form viral reels that you invested, because with the director, with the marketer, with the sales manager, everything combined, all three included, but you just need a tripod. Remember this. Don't let other people misdirect you, because normally you only need the instruction and knowledge, and we're gonna be guiding you. So editing your video is really important. You don't have to be worried. We're gonna be edit the video according to what we constructed, depending on your theme, your niche, your text, and your color. If you're a business owner, we strongly recommend it. Our editor, because you don't want to waste 5 years to 10 years to learn how to edit. Trust me. But if you edit yourself, we recommend CapCut is the most easiest, capable for you to start. And there's tutorial online, all right? But with the right editing, the crazy editing, that's what they needed. That's the significant part and the unique part that blows up our brand with a company and our business owner with guarantees. We create viral videos with professional editing. So step 7, uploading. So after that, you'll be uploading into a Google Drive where we constructed for business owners just like you. From there, we separated different niches. For example, we have a folder that where this is like the script, this is like the boat, this is that. Okay, so we give you the script, right? Inside the folder where you can download it in a PDF. So remember, there's written hook and the CTA of the video. CTA is where you deliver the message with commenting, telling people to comment in order to get them to convert into the next point, right? And the line in the sentence, most importantly, we handle that with the caption structure. Don't you worry. So all you needed to do is to repeat the process, what I just said, and then you got hit 1,000. So remember this. We're going to be helping you with scripting, filming, editing, upload, everything else included. But on average, if you have the most extraordinary, exceptional video, no matter what, with branding, talking head, and with the right director, which is us, to give you the expertise that you're not going to go wrong with guarantee, then what happens? You easily hit 1,000, maybe on your first month. Think about it. If you have 1,000 people, even 10%, that's 100 customers. Any business, even the lawyer, dental, restaurant, any business, same metrics, 1,000 people in the first month. If it's 10%, 100 customers. But even though it's 1%, maybe 10, whatever it is, the next step is about sales, but we handle that as well. So I want you to remember this. Just repeat this until you hit 1,000. Okay, next. Level 2, 1,000 to 10,000 followers. This is more advanced. So I want you to understand that what we're going to be doing is to study your data from level 1. Once you proceed with level 1, and we know that level 2 is going to be really easier, because you have more acting experiences, you have more technique, you have more certainty, you're able to perform more, even though when the way you speak, you see there's like tonality, the words that you choose, and the person that they believe in, which is you. So on those criteria, we're going to be teaching you. So level 2, we're going to be using the metrics from level 1 in order to upgrade to more advanced video, so you can get a better, more focus and like a towards your brand before the expert level. Remember this, on your first month, you're not going to be an expert when it comes to the best personal branding with social media in any business. I guarantee. Usually our customer, they go through 2 to 3 month period. The third month, they become expert already. But that's the fastest. Usually, statistically, it takes 6 months. But with us, it's only 3 months. But first month, you're already getting leads. Guaranteed. Even on your first video, I promise you, if you have your friends, they can start liking it. So that's the differences. So advanced level, we're going to be studying your metrics, right? And then we're going to be telling you how to do more advanced video and such. Don't you worry, because we want you to double down on the outline. What does that mean? So if you know the video on first month, whatever that's working. So let's say first month, this is what I do. I wanted to create 10 video a day because I'm an expert level, right? That's crazy. We create a lot of video. So I have 10 video a day. So after 30 days, I have 300 video. Usually I'll which one works because I have 300 video. Yes. So from there, you double down on the video. That is an outliner on your second month. So first month, you want to test, keep testing. The more video you have, the better it is. But the video has to be really good. And you just want to keep doing it. Begin and remember, it's not about the social media. It's about acting, sales, and also you have to learn how to film as well, which will be helping you. So yeah, creator, what they do is they double down on outlines. You do it as well. So big creator, we create the viral reels over and over with a small adjustment, exactly what I just said. And that's called temporalizing. So we find your outline, we analyze it, we double down. So if you have 30 video on your first month, and then you see 5 video works on your second month, that's when you double down. Understand? Yeah, next. There's 3 ways of double down. Number 1, you keep the component of the same, let's say the text or maybe the scene and this and that, and you change something a little bit. That's it. Maybe change a value, change a different educational post, but you keep the same structure because whatever that's working, you keep it. Example number 2. So maybe the format and structure is the same. You change everything else. Maybe you want to overlap with the voiceover instead of you talking. You have B-rolls, right? So example number C, keep everything almost the same, but just change the format. Maybe change the caption, maybe change the editing, add more visualized editing, add more B-roll, add more screenshot, add more picture, add more testimonial, add something. That's example number B. So from 3, double down no matter what. Ooh, there's a lot of different ways in order to break the algorithm. We guarantee. So that's the exact strategy how we generate over so many people's views and also so many other business owners with at least 12 million views and 83 new followers in just 90 days for a business owner. We guarantee it's crazy. You should see what we do. So I'm going to be teaching you next is the 7-20-10 content rule. If you didn't know this, you can write it down. Take a picture if you need it. So 70% is what you know works. Viral, outlier, hoax, and topic that you research in your niche, which would do that for you. So that's why we do 70% of the researching. It takes more than 12 hours. Our team has tremendous amount of job to research to making sure that we know this video and every video is going to be epic and people is going to say, wow, where do you get that marketing team from? So, and then we double down. But most importantly, the last 10% is experimenting. So 70% you have to research we're gonna have research the niche and test, keep testing to what's work or not. And then 20% we double down for whatever that's working, and 10% afterwards, then we test different things. So on the advanced level is reverse. On the basic level, on level 1, on the first month, we test so many things, right? But on the second month, we reset because we already know what's working from the first month. Again, repeat the cycle. This is the second time I'm reminding because this is crucial. I want all the business owner to understand this. Usually they take a picture, they memorize it because this is the blueprint of our speciality, our unique point. Is scripting, filming, edit, upload exactly like level 1, but we batch every system into the 70-20-10 rule. Repeat every single month, from month over month, until you get to the expert level, 10,000 followers, we guarantee. You see that with 3 level. So in this presentation, we actually describe it in the most easiest and simplest way for you to understand that why 1% of social media marketing agency like us can guarantee success with all our clients, and they keep coming back. Yep, level 3, 10,000 to 100,000 followers. So scaling, if you understand that after your brand is good, you could be launching advertisement. But besides that, let's talk about the organic point because this is what we're talking about. Besides advertisement, but advertisement could be later. Usually on the 3rd month, after the 3rd month we know it works, we launch advertisement on the 4th month to scale into worldwide or local, right? With automation. So But this is organic way. So scale what is working. Level 3 is really simple. So it's exactly like what we do in level 2, but just much longer. So step 1, scripting, filming, edit, upload, following the same thing, right? The 70-20-10 rule every single month. Repeat this every single month until, guess what? Now you're heading 10,000 followers or 100,000 followers, I mean. So you same system 3 times from level 1, level 2, level 3, but just the first month is hard. Second month could be slightly difficult, but the third month you start scaling into 100,000. It's not that hard because we have tested so many years, and in order to create this 1% social media managing system in order to help our business owner with this viral short form reel, only 1% can do it with guarantee. Okay, so next is versus personal brand. So remember this, when creators, they actually build a following, and people that usually follow the trends, they shoot a lot of b-roll, they shoot a different content, but they don't know what to do because a lot of people just following them. But with personal branding, people actually come because they're your customer. Personal branding, for example, like Nike, right? Why Nike is a $1 trillion company? Because it's branding. If you think that marketing is important, we know sales is important, but branding is the masterpiece. So when it comes to personal branding with your face, with talking head, with short form viral reel, you actually create a crazy effect that like a legacy and historical way that people cannot forget. Imagine this, you have 100 perfect video from us with viral video, then how can people say that it's a mediocrity company? They gotta say this company is a perfectionist because you choose us to help you with personal branding. With the content traffic idea, remember this. I want to rephrase this one more time. There's 3 types of content: educational, story content, and authority. Even though there's 100 different camera angle when it comes to filming, editing, and also marketing, you just want to know this. I want you to write it down simply after everything else. Remember, educational content, it helps you to give your audience knowing that why they should choose you because you want to teach them something. If you don't teach them anything, they just know that you're selling them. That's important, right? So storytelling content is like your personal life, what happened from your business from before and after. They want to see your story because it create a personal connection. They want to see personal connection. So they're more connected to you. Even though they haven't met you, they'll buy from you. But authority content is a transformation where, let's say your client came to your beauty salon and they walked out, and what type of transformation? Maybe they got a new eyebrow, they got a face tattoo, they got a Botox. Before they walk in, they didn't get Botox. So after they walk in, they got Botox. But this Botox is done by you, and there's a testimonial, something like that. So authority content is to get people to trust you, and most importantly, they buy from you. So once you guys know this, stay true to yourself. So do not post anything mediocrity, because that's what social media agencies like us help you with. We help you to research a script, to guide you, to direct you, to train you, but most importantly, to reduce the amount that you needed to spend when it comes to photographer, videographer, or any unnecessary cost of other marketing company that trying to take your dollars away. But with this is the only thing we focus on. It's short form viral content with personal branding, which is do it for you and then know that you want to do it for yourself. Welcome to Arcane Media Social Media Managing.